We are back here on the offense side of the ball, looking at gun normal Y off close out of Kansas City's playbook here, and this is going to be an RPO scheme that is going to get you free yards if you run it correctly. And typically we have the timestamps here in the description of the videos lately, but be a little bit mixed up here because this scheme is going to be reliant on what the defense gives you actually. So we have a couple RPOs, 3 RPOs here. Zone double stick is going to be kind of your man beater to it, and you have your zone plays here. So we'll start with the zone peak. Obviously, you're looking at leverage here. You have your little peak route here by Valdez-Scantling, and then you have the Omaha hitch play where you have the hitch off to the left as opposed to the bubble, and then you have MVS just running to the flat as opposed to running a peak. So you're kind of going with the leverage at the corner, and you can kind of see where, very obviously, where you want to throw the ball. And this is just free yards, guys. So obviously here, let me click down, get into the replay. Obviously here, ton of space in here, so we want to run the peak route. We want to run the little slant route. And a little bit of a, I guess, pro tip on this route here. It gets a little bit deeper than a slant route. You see he's catching slant route, then he's actually catching that at about 8, 9, 10 yards down the field as opposed to a regular slant route, only catching that at about 2 or 3 yards down the field. So nice right there. Really not putting anybody in conflict. I suppose this linebacker right here would be the closest thing. Sauce having outside leverage. That's why we're running the peak as well. So good stuff out of there. Obviously the run game as well. That linebacker there, you can kind of see, we'll go into the replay just real quick. That linebacker kind of took a few steps just towards playing the pass here. We'll kind of see this guy we're trying to put in conflict. He just takes just a few shuffle steps that way, sort of to play MVS. And I mean, that's beautiful, right? That's going to be a huge hole in a game, and once you're with your MUT team and things like that. So this is a look here. You get those signal high safety looks. I'm going to assume Sauce Gardner here is going to be in a, I keep calling him Sauce Gardner. I don't even know if that's Gardner out there, but I'm assuming it is. That's where your number 1 corner would go. So I'm assuming he's in a deep third, with the linebacker on the end of the line being in some kind of zone. So I'm going to run this out route to MVS. And, I mean, it looks like actually he was in man there. So kind of a risky move. But you can see that, I mean, that was still pretty easy pitch and catch. And again here, Sauce is way off here. This looks kind of like a cover 2 shell, so maybe you would want to run the zone peak here. But we'll run the Omaha hitch. He just kind of gets outside, and you can kind of see how, I mean, that was very glitchy right there. But the linebacker dropping off the line of scrimmage here, obviously just cannot get there. And actually, I don't even know if is that a linebacker? Who is that? Actually, I don't know. I hate the Jets. So, yeah. Brobo can't get off the line of scrimmage. Here, obviously, there's a player right above MVS, so he would have inside leverage. This would be a spot, very obviously, that we'd want to run the little out route to your receiver out there. And you still have the hitch route as well if you see a quick hitter as well. Maybe the user's overplaying the MVS route. You still have the hitch route. I absolutely love that built into this as well. So this looks like man coverage. Let's go to the zone, back to the zone peak just real quick. Show you that you can beat man with that as well. Pass lead that down, and you can try to click on and come back to the ball as well. But I just absolutely love this combo between these two. Again, looks like, I'm assuming Sauce Gardner here is going to be in just a deep blue. So that leaves the guy with inside leverage to MVS here. So makes for a super easy throw to the outside. Just throw it where the space is. The peak route gets a little bit further down the field, almost like a post route. Like here, I mean, you're running probably against cover 0. I'm going to see if I can hit this little peak route. And yeah, I mean, that's just too, well, dang, Sauce made a heck of a play there. And of course, against man coverage, these are going to be a little bit tighter. Man coverage is very good this year. But I mean, just cycling between the two here, oh man, that's rough right there as well. So you definitely want to practice your RPOs. Don't be like me. But if you get those light boxes, I mean, 100% take advantage of those light boxes as well. I mean, that's why you're running the RPO run pass option. You can run the ball out of these as well. So, yeah, pick your poison here with the peak in the Omaha hitch. Yeah, just run, throw the ball to space. Throw the ball to space there. Next one, though, RPO Zone Double Stick. This one is going to be your man beater. The route by MVS and Kadarius Toney are going to be great. I love them against man, those little option routes, basically by your tight end typically. But this time you have them running by receiver. So if you do get man coverage, you can. That's your beater right there. So good stuff right there. And I do believe it's obviously it's a little bit iffy on these option routes that aren't the ones ran by MVS, like the one by Juju. Very finicky. Sometimes he breaks out when you think he should break up. Sometimes he goes up when you think he should break out. But the Tony and MVS routes are very consistent. So good stuff there. And again, if you get those light boxes, of course they get a good shed there. But you get those light boxes, you definitely want to run as well. So, but this is your zero beater here. If you happen to get, of course I throw a pick right there as sauce. But if you would get press man, this would be your go-to here. Of course we're not going to get press man here. We actually do get zero. It looks like Sauce has the outside leverage there to MVS, so I'm probably not going to throw it there. But Tony looks like he could be a good matchup on that outbreaking route here. And of course he is. So again, this is an RPO, so you do have to remember, you do have to get rid of this fairly quickly against your man coverage here. But I mean, they do sit against zone as well. So right there, like Tony sat against zone. Pretty simple. All of these obviously are going to be down towards the line of scrimmage, with the peak being only like 5 or 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Obviously this is going to be like 0 to 5, and then this is this RPO zone double stick is going to be like 0 to 5. So here we want to be able to throw the ball down the field a little bit here, and we go to play escape. You can absolutely run this stock here. Obviously see Pacheco on basically goes into like a makeshift zig, but because he's on that makeshift zig and then you have Juju coming across the field, I personally like to streak Juju and basically run like smash, sail, concept, whatever you want to think of it as, with Juju and Kadarius Toney there on the left. And then you have, basically creates like a high-low read over here with Pacheco and Travis Kelce, with Valdez-Scantling as the clear-out route. And he also unpressable and is going to get a nice cut against man coverage. So we'll kind of run this here. We'll look to the left side of the field first, and obviously that is where it's going to be very nice, getting over those zone coverages, making them play their zone drops. And obviously once they play their zone drops, those running back routes underneath are going to be more open. So here against two high looks, see if we can't catch him over the top, and we can't really catch him over the top. Heck of a catch by MVS right there. But you're looking against those two high looks. They ended up shifting down to cover 3 here. Again, we'll streak Juju. Looks like 0 here. So we'll take Kelce here. I was looking to get rid of the ball. Probably should have blocked someone underneath here. But this is definitely going to be where you throw the ball here. Actually, I mean, this would be a good look maybe to run the peek in behind where that safety came down, thinking he's going to blitz here. But they go to a single high look here. And I mean, running back, I mean, you have to love that as well. Just as a check down that you can get to. Pretty simple scheme though, guys. I mean, if you know how to run the RPO, this can obviously be pretty dangerous here. 3 RPOs in your scheme, and they're all zone runs. None of them have poolers, none of them have pulling guards or anything like that. I just find that the pulling guards are super hit and miss. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and again, I mean, people want to all out play the pass. That's why the RPO is so good, especially in Madden, guys. I mean, it's good on Sundays as well, but especially in Madden, like right there, we get a super light box. Again, here we get a light box. I mean, if they want to overplay the pass, you're trying to, I mean, and there's other stuff, obviously. You can throw the ball down the field, right? So maybe you're bombing down the field, and then you check down to this scheme here. I mean, and then you just RPO them, nickel and dime them to death. So, yeah, hope you guys did enjoy that here. Super simple, free yards on the RPO scheme. Yeah, if you did like the video, comment, if I could say that in the right order. Yeah, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know what to do with the video. Let me know what it is you want to see next here on the channel. And yeah, I think that is all. And yeah, hope to catch you next one. Later.